Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impression of a new foundation that came out pretty recently. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation. So this is an illuminating foundation. It looks very similar. The packaging is very similar to the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. So this is Pro Coverage High Definition, Longwear, and Illuminating. So I have heard a few different things about this foundation. I've heard mixed reviews, so I was like, I gotta give it a shot, see what it's all about. On the back it says it has medium to full coverage and it has smooth, long-wearing, flawless-looking finish. So they sent me 4 different shades of this foundation, and there are a total of 15. 3 of them are like my skin tone shades, and then 1 of them is actually a white foundation. So this is a mixer foundation. You add this to make your perfect shade. So it's a foundation lightener. So if you go deeper or if you have the wrong shade, it needs to be a little bit lighter, you can add this. It's very, very white, like a full coverage white foundation. I could also see using this for like Halloween videos if you want to like lighten up foundation just to make yourself look more pale. So that's what this one is. And then these 3 are the 3 shades that I got. The first one is Porcelain, which is very fair. We have the shade Fair, which I tried on in the beginning, which you guys will see. This is more of like, I would compare this to like NC20 from MAC. It's a little bit light for me. And the shade I ended up using today is the other one that I got, which is the shade Natural. And you'll see in my swatches, I actually felt like it was too peach, like too much of like a peachy apricot undertone, but it's what I'm wearing right now. And I actually like the way it looks right now. So there's that. I haven't worn this all day or for several days in a row. This isn't a full review. It's just gonna be like a first impression and how I feel about it on my face right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you guys swatches of each one. So here is Fair, which is the one I'm gonna use because it looks pretty good on my hand. Here's Porcelain. It's definitely a lot lighter and it has kind of, it's like not really pink, but a little bit more peachy. And then this one over here is Natural, which it's like more of like a deep peach or like a almost a little bit orangey undertone. I can't have that. Let me mix a little bit of the white into the Natural just to see what the heck happens. I just made a Peach Panther foundation. I feel like it looks way different on screen than what it looks like on my hand right now. It looks like it matches me on the screen, but when I look at it, it looks really peach. All right, so we're gonna try out Fair. I'm gonna pump some out, and this is an illuminating foundation as opposed to a matte foundation, which is what I'm used to wearing. I'm more comfortable typically in a matte foundation, but we'll try this one out. I wonder if this one oxidizes at all. First thing I'm noticing is the smell. Kind of smells like paint a little bit. Like, you know, MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. How it kind of smells like paint. This kind of smells like paint. It seems really light. Does it seem really light or no? This is it's a little light. I'm gonna add a little bit of Natural to it, just so we can get a little bit more zhuzh up in here, because I feel kind of ghosty right now. That's better. All right, I'm gonna try this again using Natural. I'm gonna use Natural this time. We'll see how it looks. It's looking good. It's definitely glowy. Look at my forehead. Let me bring this down my neck real quick, you know? So I'm currently liking it. It's definitely more glowy than what I'm used to. Like, I feel really shiny right now, but I think it looks good. The smell kind of throws me off a little bit, but I'm very sensitive to like any smell kind of weirds me out. I feel like the thing about illuminating or like glowy foundations is like I feel like I can feel it on my face like moving around. My face kind of itches right now, but let's keep going. I just set my under eyes are matte now, right here. I didn't make everything matte. Look at my forehead right now. It's glowing, girl.
But you want to make it matte.
I would like to make it matte around my nose. It feels like it's moving. I'm going to put some highlight on. So far, the under eyes, so far, so good. It's working with my concealer just fine. Nothing weird happened. You know how sometimes you can do like a new foundation with your concealer and there's like a weird... things get weird. Nothing weird right now. I'm just going to put some highlighter on. This is Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion number 2. All right, so at this point, after I do my concealer and my highlighter is when I would start applying my bronzer and my blush. And normally at this time, my foundation would be like pretty much set, like it wouldn't feel wet anymore. But I touched my hair and I could feel it if I do the thumbprint test, or the thumb. See that? It's still pretty moist. All right, so I'm gonna try to apply my bronzer. Hopefully everything stays in place. This is the NARS Laguna bronzer, one of my all-time favorite bronzers. Now this is mattifying. Adding the powder is making it a little bit more matte. It looks pretty good, right? Oh. See, sometimes swatching on your hand, I looked at natural and I said, oh, hell no, girl. Although, still got to see what it looks like with the rest of my body. I think it's... But, I swatched them. I didn't like the natural, but hey, look at me. Look at me now. So fair is probably like NC20. Depending on what your skin tone is, maybe fair is too dark still. I'm not sure, but there is the white one to lighten it. But you know, we're still going. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of powder around this area. Just so I can add, well, my nose gets oily throughout the day anyway, but so I can add a little bit of nose contour safely. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I've been wearing my Raisin blush lately, just, you know, something really warm and bronzy to go with my bronzy hair, but you only need like a tiny bit of this. Kind of swirl it into the cheekbone a little bit because it's so bronzy. All right, now I'm just using the bronzer that I put on, the NARS Laguna bronzer, and just doing a snatch of light in here, just so it looks like, doesn't look like my nose is disappearing into my face, you know? Okay, so I just finished up the rest of my makeup. I did my lower lash line makeup and I put on some liquid lipstick. This is the Kylie Pumpkin Matte Liquid Lip. Just so pumpkin-y right now. It's definitely more glowy. Like, I was in the next room with my ring light looking and Snapchatting, and it was like my chin was shining right here and like up on my forehead. It's definitely like more glowy than I really want to say any of my other foundations that I have. It would be something that I would definitely have to get used to. The only thing that I'm not liking about this foundation so far is the way that it feels on my face. It kind of like, it's tickling a little bit, like around here. It reminds me a little bit of when I used to wear Bare Minerals, the powder foundation, like the loose mineral powder, like all through high school. I remember it would like tickle my skin, it would like itch a little bit. That's kind of how it feels. It's definitely not as bad as that, but that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. It just feels a little bit itchy, like it's moving around a little bit. But other than that, that's the only downside of this foundation. I do want to test out a couple more shades besides natural, just because I felt like it looked a little bit peach on my arm. I think it looks good right now because you can really only see my face with what I'm wearing, but if you saw my shoulder, it might, it still looks pretty good. Right? So I guess I just got to test it out, and I want to see it in natural lighting and see how it looks, but it's 9 o'clock at night right now, and natural lighting disappears at like 3. I'm like definitely impressed by it right now. For a $10 foundation, this is a really good foundation. It has great coverage, and it looks great on the skin. So I'm definitely gonna use it again. I'm not totally blown away yet. I gotta try it a couple more times before I can be like, oh my God, yes, this is the one. I do wanna say too that I use like all powders on my face. So like bronzer, blush, highlighter, everything that I use on top of my foundation is a powder besides my under eye concealer. So that takes away some of the glowiness in the foundation. You can use creams on top of it, but that for me would be like way too much cream, too much glowiness, wetness, moisture on my face. So right now I'm liking it. I want to give it like a 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 right now because I like the way it looks when I'm filming. It's got good coverage. It goes on really nicely. It does have a nice glow to it. I don't know the shade range. I just have these 3 shades and then the white one, so I'm not totally sure about all the other shades, but I like it so far. So that is my first impression / mini review for only wearing it for a little bit of time. I'll keep you guys posted like on Snapchat and stuff. Maybe I can do like a more in-depth or include it in another video later if I really like it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. What the fuck am I trying to say? Say you can't handle my life. Are you for real? Are you for real? This is the L'Oreal. It's not L'Oreal. It's not L'Oreal. Hey guys, so in today's... Do I have anything I need? Whoa. That's white. It's definitely white.